What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new video today on the channel. Today's video is exactly as the title suggests. Stop trying to be someone that you are not. So first off, I want to say thanks for 1700 subs. The support has been really good. Let's keep it up, creatives. Check out the Discord server link below. I'm currently looking for more help, like in event hosting and all more active members to join. So check that out, link below in the description. Also check out the Patreon. It helps a lot in keeping the channel afloat. But if not, just subscribing and sharing this video with your friend is enough. So this video was in my head, or this idea or this concept popped up in my head because I was trying my hardest, right, to think about video ideas and things that would make for good videos. Things that I see other people doing that get views and they have subscribers and stuff like that. So I was thinking to myself, maybe I could do this exact same thing too. But every time I try to replicate something that, and I quote, works, I always end up feeling terrible because it's just not who I am. It's not what I want to do. And I'm not saying what you want to do is always the right thing. Sometimes what you don't want to do is what you have to do, right? So I'm not excusing the fact about having to compromise your wants for your needs or having to compromise your wants for what you have to do. I'm simply talking about the fact that with creating or trying to do something similar to what someone else does or did, it makes you, or for me at least, I sometimes try to change my character to fit. Like, for example, there's a YouTuber that I really like, this art YouTuber. I'm not gonna call their name. They make very nice YouTube videos, right? Very nice, very good, educative, informative YouTube videos. They're very skilled. They have a great understanding of all the fundamentals of art, and they're just good at what they do. I like the way that they talk, I like the way that they present themselves, I like the way that they make their videos and everything. And I was saying to myself, wonder if I could be more like this person. Not like that's a bad thing, but trying and forcing myself to try to mimic as much as possible from this person, I end up realizing that I'm just trying to be someone that I'm not. There's certain aspects of what they do that's just not mine. That we're not the same person. We're similar, we're just not the same. It's very easy for us to hide who we really are because we are afraid and we're ashamed of our true selves. Maybe what we have an interest in, drawing, or is not received well by our peers, and that's fine. But you should still do what you like regardless, as long as it's not hurting anybody. Because at the end of the day, the only person who cares the most about your dreams is you. So when you throw them away for others, what's the point? So I never really wanted to change who I am. I didn't want to change the way that I talk. I didn't really want to change the way I draw. I didn't want to do none of those things. Too many times I found myself in that little section or that little point where I'm trying to change who I am truly to put on this character, this front of someone who I'm not. Too many times, we care about what others say or think, when in reality, that's not our problem. What they say or think. Look at me. I personally hid myself many times because I figured that side of me is not what people like to see. And instead I try to be someone I'm not. I'm not some superior educated art teacher, at least not yet. I'm not the best artist because really and truly it doesn't exist. I'm not that person or this person or that other person. I'm just a chill guy. I'm a chill guy who likes to make jokes, who likes to laugh, who likes to play video games. I get loud sometimes and my voice gets high pitched and sounds annoying. I'm a chill guy who likes to play video games, as I mentioned before, and I'm a chill guy who likes art and anime and realistic art and stuff like that. That's just who I am. So whoever you are, That's just who you are. I'm a chill guy who likes to draw girls. I'm a chill guy who sometimes isn't chill, but instead angry and upset because life is not the way how I want it to be. I'm me. The more I embrace being me, the happier I am. The more I embrace being me, the better I am. The better my art is. I can testify for that. The more I accept who I am, the easier it is to like what my faults are and improve them. So maybe if you don't have an idea of who you are or what you stand for or what you're like, try writing it down maybe. Write down your passions, write down your likes, write down your dislikes, your habits, your pros and your cons, your faults, your things noteworthy about you, the good things about you, what you're good at and what you're not good at. And just embrace every single one of them. Everything that's wrong, everything that's great about you, embrace them. If you sound like a damn cow, then I'm sorry, but that's you. If you're sounding like a Disney princess, then good for you, that's you. But don't sacrifice yourself to be something that you're just truly not. Something that you don't like, something that you just don't want to be, but you think that being this thing is good enough for other people. Embrace them, dude. Work on them, from artistic endeavors to just being a better person. And always remember, so a man thinketh, so is he. Whoever you believe yourself to be is what you are. Even if it's not true in reality, but it's true to you. So if you believe you are a terrible artist or a person, then to you, that is the truth. But if you believe you are a good person or a good artist, then to you, that's true. Regardless of what people on the outside might say, regardless what anybody else might say, what you believe yourself to be is true. Of course, your actions also dictate who you are, but with the right mindset and actions, you won't only be a good artist to yourself, but to others, once you demonstrate the actions or skills of a good artist. So my friend, I believe as an artist, who you are or what you like is reflected in your work. So don't lose that. And sure, I could see your work and not like it, simply because that's me or what I like. That's my opinion. It doesn't make you less of a creative you are or less of a person. And if you are looking to become better, then be willing to accept criticism. As long as its intention is to make you better. Work on your faults. Don't stress yourself to take everything so deeply to the point where you're forcing yourself to transform and transcend into something that you're not ready to be yet, or you're not in general. Take your time. Learn what you need to become the best version of you. So yeah, and before this video ends, a personal experience of mine, especially back in high school, was, for example, a lot of things I kept myself from doing simply because I cared too much about what other people think about me. I cared too much about how people find me this way, they don't like this about me, they hate this about me, etc. I remember when I was back in high school, people used to say I talked too much. Some people will say I talk too much. Some people will say I don't talk enough, which is funny, right? I think I preferred the label of the guy who doesn't talk a lot, and I hated the label of the guy who talks too much. And the reason for this video as well, apart from me feeling the way how I feel, or a good inspiration for this video, is when I was watching Kai Cenat's stream at one point. I was watching bro's stream, bro was about to meet SZA, and his mom called. His mom was like, Kai, be on your best behavior, don't be doing nothing stupid, don't be screaming, don't be shouting, don't be doing all that stuff that you normally do. And Kai was like, Mom, that's me though. That's just who I am though. And his mom was like, you're right. All right, then be you, but like be the better version of you, Be the best version of you. And Kai was like, yep, that's what I'm planning to do. And I looked at it, I was like, man, if I was in Kai's shoes and I was probably meeting SZA, I would try my hardest to be cool and calm and collective and this chill guy and all these things. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't try to do the stuff that I would normally do on a regular basis. I wouldn't try to be making jokes. I wouldn't try to be talking up too much. I'll try to be the quiet guy, because apparently that was what was cool. But that's not really who I am. So if you sit down and take what everybody gotta say about you and everybody gotta say about what you do, then therefore, who the heck are you, man? What are you? You're what everyone perceives you to be. But who are you to yourself? Are you what they say you are? Or are you what you know you are? What you think you are? I know it's a bit deep. I know it's a lot of stuff to think about, a lot of stuff to figure out, but I'm just moving on with my life. I'm moving on with how I go about doing things now. I'm moving on the way I perceive things. I held myself back way too many times because I always thought that who I am was too cringy, too corny, too annoying, too lame, too this, too that. You know, it wasn't good enough for the girls I might like. It wasn't good enough for the cool kids, the cool cats. I don't care, man. I'm a guy who draws. I draw anything I want. From anime girls with big titties to cool, chill guys with swords and guns. Or maybe a freaking spaceship. Right? I like to play video games, as I said before in the earlier part of the video. I like to play video games. I like to laugh. I like to make jokes. Sometimes I get loud. Sometimes my voice is not always like this. It's not always calm and collective. Sometimes it's not the best. But that's who I am. It's gonna be a bit cringy every now and then, but that's who I am. So this little segment of the video is a bit less scripted than the first segment. So this part entirely is truly coming from my chest because I felt like what I said earlier wasn't enough. But yeah, stop trying to be someone you're not. Stop. Be the best version of you. Make whatever you have right now better. Stop. Stop killing yourself, man. Stop stressing yourself out, man. Be better, man. Be the best version of you. If you're someone who likes to, I don't know, play basketball, I don't know, or play tennis, right? Or some sport that, you know, maybe you're a guy who plays D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Some people might look at you and be like, oh, what a nerd. He plays Dungeons and Dragons. Nerd. Yeah, right? But you could become the best Dungeons and Dragons nerd because there's a community for people who play Dungeons and Dragons. I might not play it, but there's a community of people who plays it. And to them, you're a pretty cool guy. And to you, you're a pretty cool guy. Because you're doing what you love and you're not tearing yourself down because you love this thing or you like this thing. So, with that being said, hopefully this video came across as something useful to you. That's all my hope is. Hopefully these videos are not just something you're like, Marky talks about the same damn thing over and over again. Jesus Christ, bro, go on, move on. Jeez. Hopefully it's not like that. Hopefully there is some level of benefit. And yeah, I'm realizing as the time goes on that these sit down and talk videos are, how can I say, not only about art. You know, you can talk artistically and mix in life, and I love that. I like that about these videos. I can come here and I can talk about life and the things that I've been experiencing, and I could also mix art in there, you know, because art is somewhat a fundamental of life. Everything that we do is an art form. The way that we think, the way that we act, the way that we talk, the way that we sing, dance, whatever, it's an art form. The way that we breathe, everything is an art form created by the Almighty God, Jesus Christ. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video or listening to today's video. Hopefully you got some work done while you were listening. Hopefully this reached to you. Hopefully this made some sense to you. And yeah, thank you again for watching. And as always, happy drawing, and I'm watching you from afar. Peace.